students, last period we see the interference of light and their types, constructive and destructive interference. In this period we have to study Young's double slit experiment. The experimental arrangement for Young's double slit experiment is as shown in figure. The experiment was performed by the scientist Thomas Young in 1801. This was the first experiment to demonstrate the steady interference pattern. The experimental arrangement consists of the screen AB having two narrow slits S1 and S2, a convex lens and a source of light. It also consists of the screen on which an interference pattern is to be obtained. In this experiment, the two narrow slits S1 and S2 are illuminated by the plane wavefronts. The slits S1 and S2 are at the same distance from S. The light from S allowed to fall. The source of light S is placed at the focus of the convex lens L. The light coming out from the lens L is allowed to fall on the two slits S1 and S2 which are kept equidistant from S. As the slits S1 and S2 are the equidistant, the rays coming from lens L reaches at equal distance, or the wavefront reaches at the S1 and S2 are at equal distance at any time. Therefore, the light waves, the wavelets coming from S1 and S2 are the coherent sources. They are the monochromatic and coherent sources. The light coming out from S1 and S2 are in the same phase and acts as the secondary source of light, secondary wavelets. These secondary source of light interfere as shown in figure. There are the points which are shown by the stars at which crest of one wave coincide with the crest of the other, or trough of one wave coincide with the trough of the other. Therefore, the constructive interference takes place. And the point which are shown by the dotted, at these points the light waves reaching at these points are out of phase. That is, crest of one wave coincide with the trough of the other, or trough of one wave coincide with the crest of the other, and hence the destructive interference at these points will be takes place and the points appears as a dark. If this interference pattern allowed to fall on the screen, an interference pattern will be obtained. This interference pattern consisting of alternate bright and dark fringes, and these alternate bright and dark fringes obtained on the screen are known as interference pattern or steady interference pattern. The fringes obtained on the screen where the light will be constructively interfere, it consists of the bright band. Bright and dark slits will be obtained on the screen, and that screen is the pattern is called as interference pattern or steady interference pattern. That means we can repeat again. The experiment was performed by the scientist Thomas Young in 1801. It is the first experiment to demonstrate the steady interference pattern. With the help of this experiment, we can also determine the wavelength of the light which we have used. It consists of the screen AB, which is divided into two narrow slits S1 and S2. These two narrow slits are equidistant from the source S, monochromatic source of light S. The light from the source S is incident on the lens L. The light coming from the lens L consists of the parallel rays, that is parallel wavefront. These wavelets incident on S1 and S2 the light emerging from S1 and S2 are in the same phase, and the interference pattern will be takes place. These the waves coming from S1 and S2, the secondary waves, the secondary wavelets coming from S1 and S2 interfere constructively, and an interference pattern will be obtained as shown in figure. And the screen placed in front of this slit AB, the slits S1 and S2 consist of an alternate bright and dark fringes having the bright fringe at which having maximum amplitude and the dark fringe at which it has a zero amplitude. This experiment will be used to determine the wavelength of monochromatic light. This experiment is the first experiment to prove conclusively the wave nature of light, and this is the Young's double slit experiment. Now we have to see the conditions for obtaining steady interference pattern, which is important for examination for 2 marks. To obtain the interference pattern containing alternate bright and dark fringes are called as a steady interference pattern. In order to obtain such a steady interference pattern, there are different conditions to satisfy the 2 sources of light. In order to obtain the steady interference pattern, the first condition is the 2 sources of light must be monochromatic. The first condition is the 2 sources of light must be monochromatic. Here mono means one and chroma means wavelength. That means the light coming from S1 and S2, the 2 sources having one and only one wavelength, and such light is called as monochromatic light. The second condition is the 2 sources of light must be coherent. The 2 sources of light are in the same phase. That means either the phase difference is 0 or the phase difference is constant everywhere. The such light is called as the coherent sources of light. Third, the light emerging, the light coming from source S1 and S2 must be of equal amplitude. That means must be of equal intensity. That means must be of equally bright. That is the second condition is the 2 sources of light must emit the light waves of equal amplitude. Fourth, the 2 sources of light must be close to each other. The distance between the 2 sources must be nearly equal to 3 to 4 millimeter. That means the 2 sources of light must be close to each other. The fifth condition is the distance between source and screen is as large as possible. The distance between source and the screen, slits and the screen is as large as possible. And the last condition is the light waves coming from the 2 sources of light must be in the same state of polarization. These are the 6 conditions which the 2 slits, the 2 sources of light must be satisfied to obtain the steady interference pattern. We revise fast. To obtain steady interference pattern, the 2 sources of light must be monochromatic. The 2 sources of light must be coherent. The 2 sources of light emits light waves of equal amplitude. The 2 sources of light must be close to each other. the distance between source and screen, slit and screen is as large as possible. The two sources of light emits light waves which are in the same state of polarization are the conditions for obtaining steady interference pattern.